Let's talk some no runs first inning MLB. Let's go. Hey, it's Craig Bennett, aka Cash Cake, back with another MLB no runs first inning MLB podcast here. We're going to talk about 5 plays I do like and one that is not on the board that I do like, though. We'll talk about the stats with that one as well, but it's not up on the Prizepicks board. But we'll just dive right into this. No reason to mess around. But hey, before that, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you want to see more of this content, do the best I can to getting these out every day. Yesterday was a busy day, got caught up in some meetings. But hey, we're here today. Let's knock out some of these videos. Let's go. All right. What we have on tap today, no runs, first inning, MLB. And again, I got 5 of them for you here, and we'll talk about each and every one of them. The first one on tap I want to talk about, they don't have up here on the board, and it's actually the first game. It's Atlanta at Milwaukee. We have Max Fried on the mound for Atlanta and Corbin Burnes on the mound for Milwaukee. The juice is on the under at -150. Burnes has not given up a run all year, 7-0 in the first inning, and Max Fried is 6-1. So I really like that under if you want to take advantage of that. Again, it's not up on the board right now, but I thought I would mention it real quick before we dive into some of these. Again, really well this year on both of them. And the juice is around -150, but I'd still take a shot at it. The first one we're going to talk about, though, is we're going to talk about the Rays and the Tigers. And we got Rodriguez on the mound for Detroit here. Just want to verify. Yeah, we got Rodriguez on the mound for Detroit. He is 5-2 this year in no runs first inning, and then Rasmussen on the mound for Tampa Bay. He is 7-0 this year. The juice is on the under here at -140. So really good where we can get the juice that high. And looking at the pitchers and what they've done so well. If we look what they've done last year, Rodriguez was 24-10 in no runs first inning, so 71% of the time, and Rasmussen was 9-2, 82% of the time, no runs first inning. So, done well, sample size last year and this year. Look what the offense has done lately. Again, Detroit and Tampa Bay just have not put up a ton of runs, especially when we're looking at, the last 10 games. Detroit just hasn't put up a run the last 10 games, and Tampa Bay is 9-1. So, both have struggled. Especially Detroit really struggled throughout the entire year putting up runs. So I really like this position for taking the under here. And I said, anytime we can get a -140 here on Prizepicks, I'm definitely going to jump on it. So it's definitely one of my favorite ones on the board that we have. And we're going to take the under on that one. All these that I'm going to mention are unders. We got no overs today, all unders. The second one we're going to look at is we're going to talk about the Athletics and the Twins. And for Minnesota, we got Sonny Gray on the mound. He is 4-0 this year with no runs first inning. And then we got Dalton Jeffries on the mound for Oakland. He is 5-2 this year. Got a -134 on the juice on the under on this one. If we kind of look at some of the offenses, how they've done. Oakland's, again, been hitting pretty well here, but having Sonny Gray on the opposite side, I do like it. Minnesota's been 7-3. Oakland 6-4 and runs in the first inning over their last 10. And if we look at the profiles last year, pitching wise, they didn't pitch a ton last year, so there's not a whole lot to look at. So, but yeah, I like it. Anytime we get anytime we get around -130 to -150 or higher, I'm gonna love it over here at Prizepicks. We can leverage that where we don't have to pay so much juice on the books. We can take a shot at some of these. So I'm gonna take the under on that one. Next one we're gonna look at, we're gonna come down here and we're gonna talk about. Oh, did they pull it? Nope, there it is. We're going to talk about the Yankees and the Orioles. We have Garrett Cole on the mound for the Yankees. He's 5-2 this year, not giving up a run the first inning. And Jordan Lyles is 7-0, which is pretty surprising without giving up a run the first inning. And a -140 juice on this on the under. Like this quite a bit. Kind of look at their stats last year. Garrett Cole was 22-9. 71% of the time not giving up a run the first inning. And Jordan Lyles was actually not that great, 19-11. But, this year he's looked pretty good. Haven't given up a ton of runs here. Looking at the offenses, the Yankees have been hitting better of late. 8-2 over the last 10. Baltimore's 9-1 over the last 10. And I just think it's a good spot to take the under on this one, especially if we're getting minus 140 juice on it. The next one we're going to look at, we're going to come down here and we're going to look at the Mets in St. Louis. We got on the bump for St. Louis, it looks like we got Jordan Hicks. He's 4-1 this year on not giving up a run. So only 80% of the time he hasn't given up a run. And then we got Mad Max Scherzer on the mound for the Mets. He is 6-1 this year, giving up a run the first inning and a minus 138 juice. Kind of look what they did last year. Looks like Hicks has nothing for last year. Max Scherzer, when he pitched for the Dodgers, was actually 14-2. So 88% of the time he didn't give up a run first inning. So we like to see that. The only thing that ever makes me nervous a little bit about picking this at times is the Mets and the St. Louis offenses are pretty hot. The Mets have actually put up runs in 6 out of their last 10 games in the first inning, which makes me a little bit nervous. And St. Louis, they've only put up runs in 3 of their last 10. But that Mets offense is pretty hot. That makes me worried a little bit about this one. But with with the way Hicks has kind of pitched this year and Mad Max on the other side, I'll take a shot here, but it's not going to be towards the top of the list that I do like here. It's definitely towards the bottom. Then the last one we're going to look at, we're going to come down and we're going to talk about Chicago White Sox and the Kansas City Royals. We got Lucas Giolito on the mound for the White Sox, 3-1 this year, giving up a run the first inning, and Zach Greinke, 6-1, not giving up a run the first inning. Juice is a minus 128. Another one we can look at as well is the Angels at Rangers. Very similar. Ohtani's on the mound, 5-1 this year, not giving up a run in the first inning. And then Dane Dunning is 5-2 with minus 128 as well. So both of these are minus 128 on the under. Kind of look what the offense has done to both of them. They are 8-2 for Kansas City in the last 10, and the White Sox are 7-3. The only reason I didn't really pick the Angels and Rangers, both these offenses are a little hotter, putting up runs in the first inning. Both of them have put up runs at around 40% clip over their last 10 games. So the offenses are not quite as good at putting up runs in the first inning on the KC and White Sox side. That's kind of why I chose that. 7-3 and 8-2, like I said. So if I had to rank these 5 picks for you, I definitely would. Atlanta, like I said, Atlanta and Milwaukee is my favorite, but it is not on the board here. So if you can go out and just bet that in one of the books, I do like that one. If I had to pick the next one, I definitely would pick the Rays and the Tigers. That's definitely my favorite one. Then I would definitely come down and look at taking a shot at the Yankees and Orioles be number 2, and then Athletics and Twins is number 3. And then I would go down to Royals at White Sox is number 4. And then this one's just number 5 with the Mets and Cardinals, just because of how the offense have been playing. And again, it's the worst implied odds and juice as the under. So that's the only reason I take that one as number 5. So those are the 5 plays I do like. Like I said, I did mention that one with Atlanta and Milwaukee. If you want to take a shot on that one, that has the highest juice on it across the board, and maybe that's why they did not include it in the picks here, because that would be easily my favorite. So if they do decide to put the Atlanta-Milwaukee one, that's the one that I would try to attack. That's the one I like the most. So there's 5 plays for you. No runs first inning. I appreciate each and every one of you. Hit that like button on your way out, and you guys have a fantastic hump day. Deuces.